Aw. Aw. Okay, we there? Yeah, okay, I can hear myself. Let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot to push the button. One moment. Got the sign language. Hang on for a minute. Okay. Okay, we got audio. We got audio now here. So let's do this again here. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 08.05.2026. Current time is 05:54 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. This Wednesday morning, hump day it is, middle of the week. We're working towards the weekend, and we are here as far as that goes. Always have that little glitch here as far as I forgot to hit the button on the Behringer 802 soundboard. As far as that goes, I had sound issues yesterday when I was playing live streaming Guild Wars, the original Guild Wars, the OG of Guild Wars. But Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Rumble, using Rumble Studios, broadcasting out to Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, uh, locals, and X Live. We're on X Live when we have one viewer there, and we have four viewers or six viewers on Rumble, three viewers on Twitch, one on YouTube, and one on locals for a total of let's see, six. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Mine says 12, yours says 11. So on the X it doesn't show up on your screen there on it's just a dash. But Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich, um, over there on X, that's my mainstay as far as posting. And we are up and running now with the sound. We had a minute of silence there. What did um, let's see. Well, we'll get to the let's get to the comments here. Good morning, folks. We always have. You should have seen the glitches I had yesterday on the Guild Wars yesterday. I broadcast yesterday afternoon. There's like a 12-minute bit. I didn't take it down. I left it up on Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. But then I got into the game and stuff like that. But I think I had an internet bump, and I almost got disconnected. I stay connected as far as on Rumble, but Twitch and YouTube, I guess they split it up into two things. But right out of the gate, we say good morning to Tony D down in Warner Robins, Georgia. Salute to you, my friend. Good to see you. Salute to you. Hashtag positive start today. Mrs. isn't up yet. She'll be up here in a minute. She'll probably be rolling out of bed here in a little bit, stuff like that. I've been up for about an hour now, an hour, an hour and a half, I guess. And we have our Jersey girl, Tina. Good morning, Tina. Thank you for being here. Hope all is well with you. And we have from an undisclosed location, Double J's is here right out of the gate. Good morning, Double J's, coming from an undisclosed location in the southern hemisphere. Good morning. Happy Hump Day. Yes, it is Hump Day, my friend. And Double J's saying good morning to Tina over there on Twitch. Tony's giving us a salute on Twitch. Salute back to you, my friend. And Double J's is saying, or Tony saying hi to Double J's. And we have Tony saying hi to Tina over on Twitch. And Double J saying good morning, sir, to Tony. And Tina saying hi to Double J's on Twitch. And Double J says, is Rich live? Near no intro. Oh, well, you didn't hear the intro music? You should have heard I heard the intro music. Well, I don't know. Intro. Intro music is it? Yeah, it doesn't matter. The people that listen over there on Spotify for creators, Double J's, they don't hear the intro music. They only hear that from hello or good morning Rumble. You know, I splice that all out. Even the intermission music, you don't hear that. That's the one little bit of post editing that I do on the audio when we post it up there on Spotify for creators at Fireman Rich on Spotify at Fireman Rich on Spotify. And yeah, you said her, but you meant here. You can't hear the intro music. Okay, so there might have been a little issue. That it's probably because I didn't have the mic on and stuff. Okay, okay, now you're hearing the intro. Yeah, I double tapped it. I double tapped it and stuff. Well, actually, what I did this when I'm gaming, I forget to reset my settings. I have to keep this when I'm on Rumble R Direct RTMP for the gaming when I live stream it to Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. I have to silence the tab that I'm working on. So Tina said no sound, but we got sound. You just got to be patient. I'm working on it. I'm a bonehead as far as that goes. There's some I haven't pushed the right button, or I'm pushing too many buttons. And I guess when Double J's goes, okay, one moment, got that from the sign language. Yeah, I did the sign. 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, I'm working on it. And then Double J says sound back. And Tina says, okay. And then Tina, she's giving a good morning to Tony from the Twitch. And Double J says, well, they are missing out. The intro music is cool. Well, yeah. Just, I played it enough times so you can. It's what? And yeah, you said intro. Yes, I know what you meant there, Double J's. And Tina's up. I'm just getting up. Need coffee. Yeah, go get the coffee. I got the morning coffee. I got to mention that. Thank you for letting me mentioning. I almost forgot to mention the coffee. That's the whole reason we're here, is to drink the coffee, folks, and shoot the proverbial crap, I guess. But good start to the day. Good. Thank you guys in the or in the chat there, right out of the gate. Very active chat for a Wednesday. I'm impressed. Thank you very much. You guys don't have nothing else to do to watch this knucklehead? No, I appreciate it. Believe me, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much for being here, guys, and thank you for those that are watching right now. And I hope everybody had a good day yesterday. It was Tuesday. We did the audio podcast yesterday, and then we did some gaming. We did gaming, Guild Wars. I got up to do the old Guild Wars. Now, Guild Wars dropped in 2005, and I was playing that like, oh God, I get home from work. I mean, I used to play Myth 2, Soul Blighter, which is that was my first online game, and then after that, I played COD, the very first one online, and my computer could barely hold up. Guild Wars could. Did I get a new computer for the Guild? No, I didn't. It just barely held Guild Wars. And what I'm talking about is this online game. This is older than Lord of the Rings by 2 years. It came out in 2005. I played it all the way up to. I have the expansions. This is how we used to get computer games, folks. Was on a disc, and what's in here? Let me see. I haven't opened this up in years. Yeah, there's a CD right there. Guild Wars. See, she's on the back here. Tony, Tina, and Double J say good morning.
Morning, everybody.
There we go. I played this game, and I played the hell out of this game. I would play this as soon as I got in trouble with the missus quite a few times playing this game too much. I was addicted to it, and so I got the live stream that yesterday. I'm getting reacquainted because I played it all the way up until just before. It was in 2007 in April. That's when Lord of the Rings started. Of course, I was playing Lord of the Rings before that in beta, so I played it, and then Eye of the North dropped. I never picked up Eye of the North until last year. I bought it from. And Tina says good morning to the missus. Thank you, Tina. And Double J says, well, you can't complain. The notifications. Yeah, there we go. But when Eye of the North dropped, I was fully invested into Lord of the Rings Online as far as that goes. I was a VIP. I got a new computer, and I was playing Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. And I was playing it as much as I was a gaming fool on Guild Wars, and then one Lord of the Rings that just took off. So here it is years later. I see that I instead of paying $70 for Eye of the North, I could pay like I think it was $18 or something like that. So okay, I'll do that. I can live stream it and stuff. And see the money that you guys invest, that's what goes into the game I was playing yesterday, the expansion of Guild Wars, that came out of the money that gets generated here on the live stream and stuff like that. So and so that's more content to put up there. So I'm playing Guild Wars Eye of the North yesterday, and I'm finding out that Guild Wars has been rebranded into the old Guild Wars. Now there's Guild Wars 2 that's taken off. There's a good friend, good broadcaster, um, Questing Dad, along with his wife Questing Mom. And if you go on my Twitch page on bottom, I have him listed as recommended live streamers. He's a content creator and I don't know if he's a partner, but he's a content creator for Lotro. But he's playing Guild Wars 2. He's a content creator and a partner over on Guild Wars 2. But the old Guild Wars has been rebranded as Guild Wars Reforged. So you can play it for free. And I guess from what some of the commentary I got yesterday on the live stream is that they're adding updates on there. So I got to get I don't know if I have a sign in for old. I'm going to try and use my original Guild Wars sign in thing and stuff like that, because I just have it on the computer, because like I said, I could still play it before they had the web page and stuff like that. They still had the servers up, and then they started Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is off the hook. I mean, it's pretty phenomenal. But I like Guild Wars, the original Guild Wars. I have streamed Guild Wars 2 in the past, not this year. I think it was way last year. Maybe I tried it a couple times and stuff. But I'm playing Guild War, the original Guild Wars, sort of offline, I guess, off live streaming and stuff. So but that was my afternoon yesterday. I had a good session. Once I got it all worked out with the it seems like the beginning of the broadcast is always something that goes wrong. So but we had a good day yesterday. I had the solar panels out. We did some solar farming yesterday to top off the 125 amp solar banner. I had a good 8 hours worth of charging, and so that went very well, very well. And it was a good day yesterday. It was we had the air conditioning on. You can see that I'm wearing the little hoodie here stuff. We've had the windows open overnight. Um, it's 72 here in the house. What's that? Yeah. I think there's some wildfire smoke. There's some what? Some of the wildfire smoke. Oh, is there? Oh, let me check, because we need to close the windows if that's the case. No, they've been open all night. I've been smelling all night. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what the air quality is here as far as. Well, I'm a little concerned about that, because Jack, I think the last, was it 2 years ago when we had the wildland fires, when we had the days of yellow out there, we didn't close up the house quick enough to where that affected him. Let's see. No, air quality's good. It's at 41. Okay, that's good then. Yeah, we're in the green. Now, for the wildland fires that are out there in, let's see, the green is clear. Oh, wow. Let me show this, folks. Let me show this. This is something here. Okay, let's go ahead and transition over to here. Okay, let me show you this. This is the air quality here in the United States right now. And you can see out west in Washington, Wisconsin. Now, New York State is good. Do you get New York City pollution with the? No, the pollution down there is minimum. Double J's. The pollution. Let's just say in New Delhi, and Athens, Greece have more pollution than New York City right now. It has its moments, I guess, with traffic, but the pollution isn't as bad. If somebody says, "Oh, the pollution," the last I haven't been. The last time I was down in the city was probably about 5 years ago, and down in Queens, and I didn't think it was that. It was cool. It's hot down there. It gets hot. That's what what's there. But here, you can see New York State. It's all clear and we're in the green. So I'm down. It's a little yellow up in the Buffalo area, but out west, it's off the hook there, folks, because they've got some wildland fires out in Washington State, not Washington D.C. Right, Double J's. There's a big difference. Here's where I'm circling. There's Washington State. Washington D.C. is way over here. That just I just said poking at you, Double J's. Um, but no, they have some problems out there in Washington State with the fires. I guess they actually have wildland fires out in Washington. They caught somebody that started some fires, so he's an arsonist, and the same thing that they had with that one guy. I guess supposedly didn't. The person's innocent until proven guilty, but when you got concrete evidence, they got the instruments because arson. Exactly. Yeah. Two different places geographically. Lesson learned. Yes, I know. When you were asking me, I said Washington. You started typing it. I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking, does he mean Washington State? Because that's the only fires we had there and stuff. But that's where the air quality. So we get sensitive at any sniff of smoke. Somebody might have a wood burning stove on because it is a little cool this morning as far as that goes. And so they have the fires out there um, and whatnot. So that's a concern. And they're one of the worst fires a firefighter can fight. I know that firsthand. When I was young and dumb and stuff in the fire department, yeah, let's go fight that wildland fire. You get a couple under your belt. He says, you know what? I don't really like these fires. Um, oh, I do have an update. We'll get to the. I updated my blog post. We had a fire this past Sunday about 5:30 ish in the afternoon. A farm here in Tioga County, Strong Haven Farm in Barton, which is a community here in Tioga County, and it's one of the major farms in the county. They had a equipment shed that went up, and they had over $1 million worth of. You figure, oh, they're farming. There's not that much money. No, they had $1 million worth of equipment that was. There was an explosion of some sort. The cause is still being determined on that. Probably something to do with the equipment or something. And but $1 million worth of equipment. But we'll get to that. I posted it. I updated the blog post over there on the Fireman Rich the Fireman Rich blog. And as far as that goes, I showed I showed a clip Monday, I guess, of someone taking. I guess it was a neighbor across the street that took it. But there's on WBNG they did have some news about that, some follow up news. So I updated the blog post, and I did post that on all my socials, X and all the other ones there, the blog post. So it's always interesting to and learn something new about editing and stuff like that for video. So there we go. So I updated that yesterday, and we'll get to that video because one of the Scott Strong. He's one of him and I think his brother run the farm, or him and his father. I think I'm not sure. Um, but it's a shame because that's a lot of equipment. That's a lot because they grow a lot of corn for the cow. They have like close to over 200 head of milking cows and stuff like that. And but all the farmers are chipping in around the community, and the community's chipping in because they employ anywhere from 10 to 20 some people at the farm at these farms. It's just not one. It's just not a family and the kids taking care of the cows nowadays. No, you got to have some. You got to have a staff basically, and there's a lot involved in that and stuff. So okay, so we'll get to that. Yesterday was a great day. Today. We are, like I said, I got the windows open. It's a little cool, so I put this on it's like having a snuggly around you. It's like it's just waking up this morning. So I'm starting to feel a little bit, but it's currently 60 degrees Fahrenheit outside and 72 in the house. But it just went up 2 degrees. So, but it didn't go up outside. That's strange. Oh, we're up. It's all my hot air coming from my person. That's what's creating the um, but 60 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It's 15 degrees Celsius, so it's a nice morning this morning. Do we have a foggy day? We had a foggy day yesterday. Nope, no foggy day. So we only had one foggy day so far. That was yesterday. Was a foggy day. I got to make sure I look outside to see if we have a foggy day or not. Um, and let's see. Oh, what we got over here on X? Let me see something here. Oh, Tony D, thank you. You like the Wednesday morning coffee over there on X. Thank you very much. I just saw that pop up on my notification. And let's see what do we have. We still have one person on X. We have 6 people over on here on Rumble, one person on YouTube, 5 people on Twitch. Good show, Twitch, and one person on Locals. So let's see. And our weather, for the most part, I think we're going to be going into some rain, which is good. We need the rain. It'll keep things a little less dry and all that. Let's see. Sun and clouds mix today. High of 86. Winds from the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. It looks like it's going to be partly to mostly cloudy as far as that goes. And the sun rose this morning at 6:04, which is 10 minutes ago. It's 6:14 currently. So 6:04 a.m. the sun rose, and the sun set at will be setting tonight at 8:21, and you might as well say it's quarter to 9, 9 o'clock. It'll be getting dark as far as that goes. And let's see our world times and temperatures as I speak. Starting in okay, how come? Okay, there they. It's populated. Starting in Honolulu, Hawaii, at 12:15 a.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing. 79 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, at 3:15 a.m. Cloudy skies with a little clearing. Also 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Still can't get over that. It's 3:15 in the morning in Phoenix, Arizona, but it's 93 degrees. Doesn't It's all that desert out there, I guess. Retains the heat. 5:15 in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. Cloudy skies, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City at 6:16 a.m. Sunny and clear, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's see. Tony D is letting us know down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. We have 71 degrees Fahrenheit, 90 for the high, 71 for the low, mostly clear down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. Thank you, Tony. And Tina, our Jersey girl, she partly cloudy, rain later there in central New Jersey. Let me see when the rain's coming in here from the 10-day forecast. Let's say should get it here on the Surface 3. And let's see. Yeah, we got rain coming in, I guess, starting tomorrow at 3 p.m. I might be mowing the lawns today, or some of the lawns, because we got rain tomorrow going all the way through to next Tuesday. We got significant rain coming in next Tuesday to beginning of Wednesday. Let's see, what time is that? Yeah, into Wednesday morning. So we're going to have rain over the next week. If I don't get a couple sections of the lawns mowed, this rain will just sprout right up and stuff like that. So we might be doing some lawn mowing after this today, partial lawn mowing and stuff around the house. Maybe the front, the sides, and one stretch down there down the side street. As far as that goes, so let's see. Continuing with our world times and temperature, going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to London, UK, at 11:17 a.m. Cloudy skies with some sun peeking through. 72 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, the beautiful city of Milan, Italia, mangia at 12:17 p.m. It's lunchtime in Milan. Beautiful city. Let's see. I've only been there once, but it was impressive. It was very impressive. The main cathedral there. What a piece of architecture there. It's beautiful. Uh, in Milan, it's sunny and clear, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a hot one in Milan. And Double J's, who's at an undisclosed location, his home country is India. And in New Delhi, India, looks like it's raining in India or New Delhi at 3:48 p.m. and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. It's cooled it off a little bit there. And in Mumbai, India, oh, it's raining down there on the coast. 82 degrees there at 3:48. So it's rain from New Delhi to Mumbai. And so let's see, skipping over to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia at 6:18 p.m. Sunny and clear, 91 degrees Fahrenheit over the skies of Tokyo at 7:18 p.m. Cloudy skies in Tokyo, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, and down under on the great continent, great country, and great friends and allies to the United States, Australia is in Melbourne, Australia at 8:19 p.m. It's raining in Melbourne, 52 degrees Fahrenheit, and in Sydney, Australia at 8:19 p.m. in their evening, clear skies, 57 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are world times and temperatures as we speak. And let's see, Double J says we have an Arctic blast. It's minus 2 degrees Celsius. Oh, at the undisclosed location, minus 2 degrees. Oh, you're really signifying where you at. If that's where you at, I looked at a possible job at that location back in the day. Let's see, minus 2 Celsius. What is that? Let me see, minus 2 C to Fahrenheit. It's 28 degrees. 28 degrees. Okay, I'm okay. It was another undisclosed location. When I was getting out of the service, I was looking at a particular job at the bottom of the earth. We'll just leave it at that. There was several job, but the thing is, I was getting out of service, being married, having younger children and stuff like that would have meant too much time away from the family. So I had some opportunities there, but I didn't snag them and stuff. I was very fortunate and blessed to be hired at IBM when I ended up getting out of the service back in '97 there in Endicott, the birthplace. And I cherish those 9 years that I worked at that. That's where my father worked when I was growing up. And he was a lifetime IBMer, 30 years. So I got a chance to be an IBMer for 9 years before I moved to my next job that I call the day job for 17 years, which was a fantastic job. I worked with some great people at that. I really can't go into detail here because there's some things you can talk about online and then there's some things you just don't want to. Now, if I was sitting in the bar having a drink or sitting at a cafe having a coffee, I could talk to you about it and stuff like that. But I don't really go into detail on that because um, uh, I just don't feel comfortable talking about it online and stuff because it was a great job though, great job. Do I miss it? Sometimes I do, but the majority of the time, no. I'm enjoying retirement. Don't get me wrong. Retirement is, um, if you, I was always worried about money, 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 and then it's like, it gets to the point where you know what? I'm not rich. I'm not poor, and I'm not going to be that way if you manage your money right and stuff like that. I'm very fortunate and blessed that if the missus wasn't managing our finances and stuff, I wouldn't have a pot to piss in. I'll say that right out. But you know, we take some trips here and there, local. I've been around the world, so I don't have to go very far. I can go to the next county, and to me, that's a big excursion as far as that goes. And yes, that's it. Double J's right there as far as what you just said here. I'll post that up. Yeah, fully understand being discreet helps. Yeah, it does. And will I ever talk? No, I don't think I will. It's just one of those things. I could just say it was a very good job. I've been very fortunate getting out of the service. That I worked at two places. I talk about Endicott because Endicott IBM is no longer here in the area. There's other companies that are here in the area that I had opportunities to, but there's one here in the southern tier of upstate New York that I was able to work with for 17 years, and it was almost as good as being in the service as far as that goes. And I really enjoyed it. It was just like any other job. There were some days at the day job that it sucked. Believe me, it wasn't all rose petals and chocolate cake and stuff like that. But um, I worked with a good bunch of guys, a good bunch of guys as far as and gals, as far as that goes. It was in and other departments that I worked with and stuff like that. So, okay, so there's our weather. We do have a thought for the day, and our thought for the day comes from where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's up here. Comes from he is a great American essayist and also a poet, I guess. That's Ralph Waldo Emerson, was a prominent American essayist, poet, philosopher, and leader of the 19th century transcendental movement. His essays and lectures, such as Self-Reliance and The American Scholar, challenge conventional thinking. Got you thinking. That's the thing about it. I like Waldo, and he's a Michigan boy there. He's born in Boston, and he passed away there in Concord, Mass, which I'm very familiar with. I lived up in that area. I was stationed up there at Hanscom Field, which sits right there in the townships of Lexington, Concord, and Lincoln, Massachusetts, right outside Boston. And so his quote and our thought for today goes as follows. Let's see, where is it? Is it right here? The only way to have a friend is to be one. Wow, that's pretty simple, but it's very powerful. If you want friends, you have to be a friend. You just can't say, "Hey, be my friend," and then you're not a friend back. No, no, it's a two-way street. The only way to have a friend is to be a friend. What Ralph Waldo Emerson. And what did he mean by that? Well, genuine friendship, genuine, that's the key word, requires personal responsibility and active reciprocation. That means you're going to be a friend to me, I can be a friend to you. Except for those friends that want stuff from you. You don't want those type of friends. Instead of waiting for someone to treat you well, you must first offer loyalty, honesty, and kindness yourself. And that's the best type of friendship right there when you have those aspects. The connection is mirrored of your own character, and your character is important. If you have a good character, it's pretty self evident. If you have a good character, you're going to have some good friends and stuff like that. So, let's see. Double J says, "Yep, I bet you never thought IBM would move from Endicott. Huge. Oh yeah, that was Double J's. Oh my God, they have this old cart that was over in the museum portion of IBM in Endicott by the old clock. We called it the old clock building, one of the original buildings in Endicott. You can look it up. It's it's still there, and there's still portions. They've knocked down all the majority of the streets on North Street. We've had the stories here, but um, uh, they have this milk cart, and it had IBM, Endicott, New York, birthplace, and all that. I can remember it was about a year and a half before. It was like almost we knew something was going on. We thought, okay, there's going to be more um, customers and all that stuff like that. The milk truck, the IBM milk cart, we called it, went from Endicott down to Arnott, New York, which is downstate, down towards the city, New York City, and I think it's down in the White Plains area. And that's where that's the headquarters. Endicott used to be the headquarters, but they moved it down there. And when we heard that, it was like, whoa, that's like moving the king of on the chessboard to a completely different spot. That where it's like, wait a minute, you're, and we had all these visits the year before, and nobody knew until it was like a month before it was announced. It's like, whoa. So we went from being an IBMer, and then it became Endicott Internet Connects. It was a group of businessmen that took it over. It's called Here on Campus now, and but the history, a lot of people, a lot of IBM had a very strong impact. So it was a huge change, a huge hole. Um, Let's see. Concerning the thought for the day, Double J says it's like if you don't love yourself, how do you expect another person to love you? Exactly, Double J's. That's exactly it. You got to look inside yourself and say, "Hey, I'm a good person. I want to be this. You know, this person has some good qualities and character. You know, or else you want to just, you know, they're friendly to begin with. So, but you have to be a friend to get friends, as far as that goes. The person has to get to know you before you become a friend. So you have to have those qualities. So for our thought for the day, thank you, Ralph Waldo Emerson. God bless and Godspeed. Our national day isn't really all that great, folks. We have national work. I think I might have misspoke as far as I gave these for Monday, or else I gave them I gave them out yesterday for the audio podcast, the Fireman Rich audio podcast on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. But the ones today are National Work Like a Dog, National Underwear Day, and National Oyster Day, which I don't. I mean, even the national weeks. The national week is International Clown Day week. You can be a clown this week, I guess. Simplify Your Life week, and Stop on Red week. National Exercise with Your Child, and National Cleanse week. The months are, well, we got Sturgis Motorcycle Rally begins Friday this full week in August. So that just national. I'm just looking down the list here and stuff. So you can make the choice. I'm not gonna get into it. You know, it's up to you guys. Whatever you want. You got National Work Like a Dog, National Underwear, and National Oyster. So I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna enjoy the day. That's going to be my day today. Um, we have from the Commonwealth of Virginia, otherwise known as California East, we have Farmer coming in saying, "Good morning, everyone with flags. Thank you for the flags on Rumble. God bless America. Love the flags. Love the flags." Oysters. You like the oyster one, Double J's? Let's see. Oysters is good for a man. Yeah, I don't really care for. I like. I never was into the oysters. I like clams. Steamed clams are good. I like clams on a half shell, iced. They're good, but oysters, not a fan of. I don't. I To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever had oysters. I've had clams. Clams are good. Um, I like. Well, you got New England style clam chowder, which I don't really care. That's a creamy type. You know, I like the Manhattan, which is the tomato and stuff. And let's see. Tina says good morning to Farmer, and let's see. Tina likes. I like class. I don't know what you mean by class, Tina. What's is it National Class Day? No, class. I'm not sure. And let's see. Double J's. He says, yeah, it's an acquired taste. Not everyone. Yeah, it's one of those things. I think if I tried it a couple times, I probably would have. You know, it's like I never really cared for beer when I first started drinking it, but then I acquired the taste and I enjoy it and stuff like that. And oh, okay, double J's, yes, class. Oh, you have to have class. Okay, yes, okay, Tina, I understand it. Concerning the thought for the day, yes, about being a friend, you got to have class. Good, and or clam. Oh, clams. Oh, okay. Okay, you're talk. We're back to the. Okay, I'm all over the board here. The between the thought for the day and national day and class. No, you meant clams. Yeah. Okay, clams. Yeah. Damn phone. That's okay. That's okay, Tina. That's no problem. That's no problem. And Farmer saying hi to Tina on the Rumble to the Twitch side. Yeah. I thought you meant the National Day, and it referred to, or the thought for the day, but it meant the oysters there. Yeah, I'm not really oyster. I love seafood though. Oh, you put me down with a plate of scallops or shrimp. Oh, they're gone. Love them. Yeah, comments have a yeah, the comments. I think there's like a 15 15-second delay on Rumble and YouTube on the comment. Twitch is actually pretty quick. They're about 5 to 10 seconds, depending on my connection, I guess. And look at here, we have Gen X Wired on the Rumble side coming in. Good morning to you. Howdy there, friends and neighbors. Good morning to you. And hope all is well with you on this Wednesday, August 5th, 2026. And oh yeah, scallops. Oh, I love scallops. Back in the day when I was at Hanscom Field, every Thursday night I go up to the club, the NCO club, and I would have a plate of scallops. Oh my God, they just piled them on. And they were good. And then Thursday night, that was the night everybody from Civil Engineering Squadron, that was the squadron I was associated with as a firefighter. I make sure I have a good dinner, and then we would be partying the night. Thursday nights, I can remember we owned the NCO club. It was fun. And Farmer saying good morning to Gen X, Rumble to Rumble there. So there's our National Day. You guys can pick who it is and stuff like that. So let's see, what do we got? We got 49 minutes. We started. I love starting early here because it's nice and relaxed. We've been on for 50 minutes now, and it's only 6:30. So we're gonna get to the. Oh, wait a minute! Before we go, we have it. It's. I can see it. It's at 10. Let's see what we got for a read ad campaign before we go to 100 years ago. Let me see here. Let me see if I can do this real quick here. Get rid of the blab owl. Let's see what we got for a. Oh, we went down to 9. Damn it. We went down to 9, folks. Can we get that back up to 10, Rumble? I should have waited till it got to 11. We're at 9 on Rumble. We have, let's see. Let's see if we can coerce it to, no, I'm showing 9 on mine. On yours, okay, went back down to 9 on yours. So, okay, well, we tried. Let me bring the blab owl back up. I don't like having the blab owl in the background there, so we tried. I was a little more alert to the number right there. It's at. Okay, but total of 15. We got 9 people on Rumble, 3 people on Twitch, 1 person on Locals, 2 people on YouTube, and over there on X Live, we have 1 person. We still have 1 person over on X Live. Okay, let's see. Let's get set up for 100 years ago. And with Roger Luther, and this is from Fox 40. It's the local Fox affiliate in Vestal, New York, and it's for information only, just to give you an idea what it was like here 100 years ago in the southern tier of upstate New York. And we do enjoy this segment. And full disclosure, I have no association with Fox 40 at all. So we're going to share that tab. We're going to bring it up on the stage. And Tina says yes to the scallops are divine. Yeah, the scallops are great. If you're, I don't know anybody that loves seafood doesn't like scallops. And Tina says Roscoe the brat just dumped his dry food out. Oh, guys, I can remember Max doing that. He would just get all excited about a new food or something like that, and he'd dump it all over. Okay, this is 100 years ago. We're going to go ahead and check this out and see what it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring it up and maximize it, and we'll give this a listen. 100 years ago, back on. This is as of. August 3rd, which is Monday, 1926. Roger Luther is going to tell us about. So here it is. Let's give this a listen.
100 years ago today, several hundred fresh air children from New York City's tenement district will enjoy 2 weeks vacation in Broome County. Starting August 12th, special trains will bring 428 fresh air children from the city to Binghamton. Preparations are being made for the annual kite making and kite flying contest of the Binghamton Boys Club, which will be held next week at the fairgrounds. Crime in Broome County during July resulted in 123 prisoners sent to the county jail. 68 of that total were sentenced for public intoxication. And finally, a DeRussie Street man reported to police that someone stole a crate of chickens from his garage Saturday night, which he had planned to cook for dinner on Sunday. And that was the news, August 3rd, 1926.
Oh, they stole some more chickens, folks. They stole some more chickens. Oh, my Lord. That is so funny. That is so funny. Oh, my Lord. What can you say? They stole some chickens, folks. Yep, there it is, farmer. Not more chickens. Not more chickens. Let's see. Double J says yes. Yep. It says Big Juice will come in asking for one. Yeah, that's after we take a break there, Double J's. Exactly. Yeah, that's an automatic. And Farmer says, no, not more chickens. Yep, we got some more chickens stolen. And I bet they were free range. Yeah, back then they were free range. In 1926, I think so, Double J's. But let's see, we had a crate full of chickens. How many chickens are in a crate is my question. It's just like, I played this yesterday on the audio podcast, Fireman Rich audio podcast on Spotify for creators, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. But crate of chickens from his garage. So he's keeping chickens in his garage, but he's planning on cooking them for Sunday dinner, chicken dinners on Sunday. Winner, chicken dinner, PUBG. Somebody else is having a PUBG dinner. Let's see, crime in Broome County in July, they had 123 people that were arrested and prisoners, and 68 of them were sentenced because of public intoxication. And that's back when it was prohibition. You couldn't buy. You shouldn't have been. Alcohol wasn't. You could drink it, but for a person to drink it, you're buying it from someplace. So that's they were trying to prevent alcohol and stuff like that. And prohibition didn't work out because it was probably, I think it was that was 1926, but I think it was 1932 or somewhere in the 30s, early 30s. Prohibition went back. They rescinded it. And they had a kite flying contest at Binghamton's Boy Clubs. I don't think they do that anymore. I don't hear anything. That's pretty cool to be held at the fairgrounds. Of course, a Broome County Fair, they had their fair last week. And then 100 years ago, the Fresh Air Kids, they used to do this even when I can remember back when growing up, we would get kids in the neighborhood that were certain families would take them in for the summer, and they were out of the city, and they couldn't believe how nice it was up here. That's back when pollution was really bad. Double J's was back in the that's why they called them the Fresh Air Kids, because the pollution in New York City back. I remember when I used to spend summers down in Brooklyn at my grandmother's grandparents' place there on Avenue N, the old brownstone. I would sit out on the front steps there, and oh my God, there's some days it's like, man, it's just a hot day, and you get that pollution, and it was bad back in the 60s and 70s. It's not too bad now. It has its moments, I guess, depending on the traffic. But thank you, Roger Luther. We appreciate that. And as far as that goes, it's always a pleasure to. I always like that. Let's see. Tina says, "Oh my," with the chickens, I guess, and Farmer's just laughing. Yeah. Just those are. I think that's why Deplorable. I think he said he has cameras around his chickens, make sure they don't get taken. And let's see. Yep, that's how it is in the Middle East. You need license to buy alcohol, and intoxication in public is not tolerated. Yeah, it's not tolerated here. It's just well, even though the drunk driving laws, they've gotten, the missus and I, we've talked about it, because it's just like they're giving too many people if you do the crime, you should pay the fine. As far as that goes. Oh, are we at 10 again? Oh, we're at 10 again. Okay, thank you, Gen X. Let me see if I can get over here and be a little quicker. We're at 10. Let's see what we got for an ad campaign. Let's see. What do we got here? I'm looking, and let's see. We take care of the blab. Let's refresh that. I'm not getting anything. I'm waiting to see what we got for offers. Let's see. I think it takes a minute to click in. I'm still sitting at 10. Okay, here we go. We got Rumble Wallet and Rumble Premium US. Let's go with Rumble Wallet again. It's either Rumble Wallet. Let's see. Let me see if we can get one more here. How come we can't get the coffee? I like to see what the coffee is all about. Just on bookmark it stuff. Let's see what we got. Rumble Premium. Okay, we're gonna do. We'll do Rumble Wallet again. Now, Rumble Wallet, that's a good one here. Let's see. We started. There we go. Rumble Wallet. That's what it's all about, folks, here on Rumble. Rumble has some great offers for things, and one of those is the Rumble Wallet. And Empower Voices, enabling transactions. And you can check it out at rumble or wallet.rumble.com. But we hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you could actually own and control your own money. Because sometimes you go to the bank and the bank's closed, and you don't have ready access. Well, nowadays, yeah, you don't have the ready access to get that cash in hand. Okay, even though we're moving to a credit society, I guess. But after the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of bank holding your money, delaying transfers and limiting access, you can control it. And you can buy Bitcoin through the Rumble Wallet as far as that goes. So if you don't have Bitcoin, I've mined a little bit of it online. I bought some things with it I mined Bitcoin just to get to know it. And, you need these wallets, and Rumble's one of these wallets that you have to hold that. And if you ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem. I think the only time I've ever had a transaction was when we're purchasing the house, but that was being taken care of by a third party because I was still overseas. So I can't say I've ever had that situation. But now, fast forward to today, everybody's heard of crypto. If you haven't, you're under a rock. But because there's so many others, there's a whole bunch of other different types of coin. But I like crypto. But getting started still feels complicated. It can, because you say, where do I keep this crypto? You keep it in a wallet, an online wallet, which you control. That's exactly why I use and I have Rumble Wallet. You can see the indication on my Rumble page that it indicates that I have a Rumble Wallet. And why? Well, we'll get to that. It takes all the complexity and makes it simple. And once you establish, it's easy peasy. It took me less than two. I have two crypto wallets. Well, actually, I think I have three. The other ones, I was like, how do you do this? Because you're trying to understand. Rumble makes it easy. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar backs, staple coin, or even digital gold backs by Realcoin. No complication setups. It's easy. It took me less than 2 minutes to set it up. It connects with MoonPay. MoonPay is sort of like it's just like PayPal. You can go do your transactions through that. So you can use your credit card, debit card, bank, and be up and running in minutes. And you can play with the Bitcoin and stuff like that. Once you're set up, you can even support me, your favorite Rumble co-creator, but you don't really have to. Okay, it's I'm just grateful that you guys are watching. But if you want to, that's an avenue. And that's the thing. That's why I have it on the Rumble page and stuff like that. Like me directly, you can send me some Bitcoin if you want. So do this now. Scan the QR code right over there. See the QR code right there. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description, and there's the link, wallet.rumble.com, and download the Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. You're in the game of crypto. And in just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. So But you got to, just like anything, you got to be financially responsible and stuff like that. You can't go hog wild and stuff. It's just like, or else you're just going to create issues that you don't want to have. So there we have it. The Rumble wallet. Again, check it out. There's a QR code. The link there. Empower voices, empowering transactions. That's what Rumble is all about. And the Rumble wallet is a great addition as far as product here on the Rumble. So thank you, Rumble Studio or Rumble for allowing me to do this commercial. And thank you for the 10 people there on Rumble for allowing me to do it as well. So I appreciate that. So there we are. We completed it. That's the only ones I get though. There's several other ones here on the when I do it, just to talk about the Read Ad campaign here on Rumble. There's Rumble Premium, which I'm starting to mill with the idea of getting. That's another product they have, and there's a coffee one, and but I guess I can do one. You can do three, I guess, during a broadcast, and it's every 20 minutes you can do one. So if we have 10 people in another 20 minutes, which we'll still be here, we'll do another one as far as that goes. So there we have it. And let's see, Gen X. Yeah, I saw the 10. Thank you very much, Gen X. Appreciate it. And Tina saying good morning, Gen X, on the Twitch to the Rumble. Very good. Okay, let's see. I got to park that back here. And let's see. We got to move this back. Okay. And let's see. In other history, let's see. What do we have in other history here? 1884, the Statue of Liberty cornerstone was laid on Bedloe's Island in New York Harbor. It's actually on the Jersey side, actually on the line, to begin the assembly and ascent of a gift to the United States from the people of France. In 1963, the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty was signed by the United States, United Kingdom, and Soviet Union, which banned testing in the atmosphere, space, and underwater. I don't know about that space. I don't know. Let's see. In 1975, this is a rocker. Guitarist Jonah Jett and drummer Sandy West formed the first all-girl hard rock band, and later released the debut album of the Runaways, scoring a hit with Cherry Bomb. That's a great song right there, Cherry Bomb. And let's see, on the AP side, what do we have? Let's see. Oh, I got to bring that up. Let's see, on the AP side. Let's see. In 1861, my favorite president, Abraham Lincoln, signed the Revenue Act of 1861, which levied the first income tax on America. Oh, we had income tax back then? It was a flat tax of 3% on those who made over $800 a year. I guess if you made $800 a year, you were living large, to help fund the Union Civil War effort. So it was basically a tax to pay for the Civil War. I didn't realize the first income tax, the Revenue Act, the first income tax. Of course, after that, there wasn't really much of an income tax until after Eisenhower, or after, I think it was after Roosevelt, because they used tariffs. The United States used tariffs to run the government. In 1864, during the Civil War, Union Admiral David G. Farragut led the fleet to victory in the Battle of Mobile Bay, Alabama. And in 1914, the first electric traffic light system was installed in Cleveland, Ohio. That's where Big Juice is from. Yeah, he's going to be coming in here anytime now, saying, "Hey, where's 100 years ago?" That's Big Juice. But yeah, it was in Cleveland, Ohio, at the intersection of 105th Street and Euclid. Street. That sounds like a Jeopardy question. 1936, Jesse Owens of the United States won the 200-meter dash at Berlin, collecting a third of his 4 gold medals. And it was in 1964, U.S. Navy pilot Everett Alvarez Jr. became the first American flyer to be shot down and captured by the North Vietnam. He was held prisoner until 1973, so he was a POW for 9 years. And that's it. That's it for history, as far as that goes. And let's see. Let's go over the sports. We got time for the sports. We're coming up. We're over an hour, but we started early. In Major League, let's see. Where's baseball? All we got is Major League Baseball. Let's see. Starting Monday night. On Monday, the Yankees lost. They got clobbered by the Cardinals, 13-7. You're not going to make the playoffs by losing there, guys. Mets were off Monday, and yesterday the Mets, they beat the Guardians. All right. Mets, I don't think the Mets are going to make the playoffs, though. Sorry to say that, Tina. But they won against the Guardians out there in Ohio. Mets beat the Guardians 6-2. 6-2. And the Yankees, did they play yesterday? No, they were off. So today we're going to have Mets and Guardians continue tonight at 6:40, and the Yankees and Cardinals at 7:05, and tomorrow Mets and Guardians at 1:10. And it looks like the Yankees are off. So that's our baseball as far as that goes. And there's not much. I'm looking at ESPN. There's really not much. You got training camp starting. So we'll be looking at I actually got to look at the preseason. They got a schedule up here. Let's see when when's the first preseason game? August 6th. Okay, so we do have a game tomorrow night. That's the Pro Bowl, or what do they call it? It's the Carolinas and Arizona. So we have a preseason Hall of Fame game tomorrow night. Okay, that's out there at that's right there in Toledo. That's where Big Juice is at. He's right down the road from he's in the same area as Hall of Fame. So that's the first football game. I'm just looking at it. Thursday. So that's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. on NBC. I guess you could get tickets, $33 for tickets to see this. It's going to be Carolina and Arizona. You know what? I'm going to pick. I don't know. I don't know who I'm going to pick. I just want to see a good football game. So that's tomorrow night at 8. That's good. I don't have nothing to watch tomorrow at 8. So I'll be watching it on the TV back here. So we got football starting here, folks. They don't have any schedule. Oh, here it is, week 1. And then preseason starts August 13th. So that's the following week. So we got the Pro Bowl, and then next week we have a whole list of games. Okay, so we're getting into the preseason. Cool. That's good. I'm glad I looked at that. Good deal. Let's see. What else do we got here? Did have the Spotify let's see. Hey, Tim Fanforty from Michigan. Good morning, Tim. Long time no see. Hope all is well. Thank you for being here as well. I know you're working hard at the job, taking care of people's needs and stuff like that. That's good. Good to see there. And let's see. Got a new email, and okay, I saw it come up on the phone, but it's a little delayed coming into the Rumble here. Let's see. Let's bring that up. Got a new email and name. Lots of laughs. Okay. Yeah. You always get a new name when you get a new email. Good to have you there, Tim. Thank you for being here. Again, hope all is well out there in Michigan with you and your missus, as far as that goes. And let's see, loving government job. Okay. Yeah, you can't beat those state and federal government jobs there. They take care of you and stuff. Easy as pie, as far as he says, it's a job. That's good to hear, Tim. Thank you. Let's see. Yesterday, yeah, there it is. There, it's there. I'm seeing it come up on the YouTube on my phone, but it's a little delayed coming up on the thing here to be posted. Okay, easy peasy. Yeah, that's a good job. Easy peasy. When you enjoy it at work, it doesn't feel like you're working, and that's how I was for the 17 years at my last job before retiring. We did have the audio podcast yesterday where um, the interesting article that we presented was, that 70% of the wildland fires in the world, even though we have the big ones out west and stuff like that, they happen in Africa. So I read an interesting article on the audio podcast yesterday, which is only 30 to 45 minutes over there on Spotify for creators, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. But the interesting article is the African wildland, they call them wildfires, season is actually getting shorter. Scientists think they know why. It's because the rains, they have rain, the rainy season. It's delayed by a day or two, and only that day or two has sort of shortened it as far as that goes. And that I thought, and in the article it mentioned, let's see, Tim Fan 40 says, I keep using my PTO and still have 70 hours PTO time. I'm not sure what PTO is. You had 70 hours PTO time. Oh, personal time off. Oh, okay. Okay. You get 8 hours. Okay, you get 8 hours for every 5 days. You better. It's not a use it or lose it. You got to stay on top of that because um, you you don't want to accumulate too much because sometimes you accumulate so much you can't take it all at once. So take your time off, man, when you get it, as far as that goes. And let's see. Yeah, I get 8 hours for every 5 days of work. And okay, yeah, pay time off. It took me a moment. I've been out of the workforce, being retired. You get a little stupid about work after 3 years and stuff like that. So that's the way I am and stuff. So yeah, make sure you use it. Yeah, you're taking Monday and Friday off. Okay, that's cool. Long weekend there. There you go. That's a good deal as far as that goes. Let me bring it. Yeah, there's a little delay as far as it coming over to the thing there. Huh. Okay. Um, but the 70% of all wildfires around the globe occur in Africa during the two. How come we don't hear anything about their fires? We hear about the fires over in France and Spain. We hear about them up in Canada and in the United States. But 70% of the wildland fires around the globe occur in Africa during the two seasons in the north and south hemispheres. And it's because, and the new analysts from researchers say that the rain have trended towards later and later dates of when and delaying onsets of the dry season when patchy grass. So it has to do with the rains. Okay, Tina. See you later. Have a good one. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Say hi to Hal. Okay, Tina's out of here, and we're finishing up our first hour. We're at the top of the hour, 7:01. We're going to go ahead and take a break here, folks. And I got to refresh my coffee here. And let's see, we still got another 8 minutes to go. So maybe we get back here. We might, that Rumble number. I'm watching that Rumble number. It's still sitting. Thank you, Rumble. Rumble is rocking this morning with the folks. And just so you know, I do appreciate the views, folks. It just makes me, it hits me right here because you guys are taking a little bit of your time to watch this knucklehead. I'm just saying. So I do appreciate that. And so we're going to go ahead and go on a break here. And I got to get some more coffee. I got to get more coffee, get my second cup for the broadcast here. So we're going to go ahead and transition over here to our page here, and we're looking at Switzerland, where it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. It looks like a nice day there. And then there's the mountains in Austria, Look at that waterfall. That's a nice waterfall. Okay, we're going to go ahead and head out, and I'll be back in a few minutes here. Hopefully not too long. And I will be right back, folks. Okay. We are back. We are back here on the Wednesday morning coffee for 08.05.2026. Current time is 0709. We're in the second hour here, and I do have my second cup of coffee for the second half of the broadcast. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, using Rumble Studios 2.0, and we do appreciate it. Rumble's a good place to be at to live stream, and I enjoy the hell out of it as far as that goes. So I appreciate those that are viewing over there, also on Twitch, YouTube, X, and Locals, where we have 6 people currently on Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. Rumble rocks. We have 2 people on Twitch, 1 person on YouTube, 1 person on Locals, and over on X Live, we have still 1 person on X Live. We've added X Live, and I like being on X Live now. I think it's good to incorporate that. I got hung up on the fact of okay, when you put a picture, or when you live stream, you have a picture there from the broadcast, and if you don't change that out, or you can't change it out unless you're a blue check mark person, you can edit, and I'll be losing that in October. I'm not going to be a blue check mark after 1 October. I think I'm not going to be paying for that service anymore. So what is it? I'm just looking at something. Okay. But at any rate, we're here. Oh, this coffee's tasting good. We had a very good first hour here. A lot of activity in the chat, so I appreciate that, people in the chat, and as far as that goes, and so we're doing good. So we're going to go into the second hour here, looking at some web pages. I forgot to bring them up. That's what I forgot to do. I'm thinking, wait a minute, where's my web pages? I didn't bring them up yet. I only got the only one I got up is Fox 40, but there's several web pages we'll be looking at as far as articles concerning the southern tier of upstate New York, to give you an idea. I bring them up here for information purposes only. News items, and they're basically good news items, interesting news items and stuff. I don't, you pretty much, I say this over on the audio podcast. You guys know what the news is. Anybody that says they don't know about the news, they're just not watching it, or else they're under a rock, and that's their prerogative and stuff. But I think to be a well-informed person, you got to at least look at what's going on to a certain extent. And I do that local here by watching. I look at it's got to be a dozen different web pages here, and that I look at. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, about 17, 18 web pages. So, and they're all here in the southern tier of upstate New York. And it gives you, when I present them, the articles or the video news articles, it's to give you an idea to present a slice of the southern tier of upstate New York, so you can see where I live and reside. And there's some interesting articles. We're going to be going to one here concerning the fire over there when we get to WBNG, which is a local CBS affiliate. And what is it? They're in Johnson City. And again, I have no affiliation with any of these news outlets. I'm just a consumer of the news to present it here to give you, for information purposes only, an idea of what it's like here in the southern tier of upstate New York. So, and that's my sort of byline with this, as far as that goes. So, let's go ahead and see what we have going here first on Fox 40. We already listened to 100 years ago. Let me see if they have anything on that fire update. Let's see. Let me just do a search real quick. Do they have an article? No article. So, let's see. Where's my mouse? Okay, there's my mouse. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. I see anything? Clicking? No. Well, I think we saw that one. Nothing there. So there's really, other than 100 years ago, there's really nothing on the on Fox 40. Let's see, WBNG. Let's see what we got on WEBO, the local radio station here in Owego, New York. And there's nothing over there on WEBO either. Let's see. Let's keep their Facebook page up, because if they go live, let's see, they're not live. They've got a good Facebook page, and that's their Facebook page is WEBO Radio. That's the radio station I listen. One of several radio stations there. They're part of the Radican media group, which they got 102, 95 point. What is it? 95.5 or 2 down in Pennsylvania there, as far as that goes. So we'll keep that up there just to see if they go live here. Let's go to WNBF. What do we got here? Let's see. Do we have a Bob Joseph thing on here? No, Bob Joseph isn't. Oh, they talk about the penny saver. One of their editors are going, Wendy Post. She's retiring. She's been there for a long time, but that's one of the articles they're highlighting, but we're not going to talk about that. Let's see. And I'm not seeing anything there. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and check Bob Joseph on Let's see if he has any WNBF. Bob Joseph. He actually works for WNBF, but he has a good. He puts out some YouTubes here. Some I call it Bob Joseph on the run there. Let's see, Bob Joseph, WNBF. Let's see what we have here. Does he have anything? Oh, we got massive. Okay, one of the carousels at the C.F. Johnson Park is. We got 2 actually. So let's go to this first one. This is from a day ago. Let me bring this up. And this is one of the carousels at. It says massive mechanical failure silence historical New York State. So they have there's 2 carousels here in the southern tier of upstate New York that are being worked on. We have a total of 6, maybe 7 if Vestal gets one. They're supposed to get one, but here's one of the carousels, and we have work being done to it. So this is Bob Joseph with one of his roving reports, and let's go ahead and give this a listen here. Oh, let me bring the volume up first. Let's go ahead and check. There we go.
August 3rd, 2026. This is the largest of Broome County's 6 carousels. One of the key reasons we call Binghamton the carousel capital of the world. CFJ Park in Johnson City. Unfortunately, this carousel is out of commission and will be till further notice. This carousel was one of the merry-go-rounds donated by George F. Johnson in the early 20th century. And who knows how many thousands of children and adults have been able to ride this carousel over the years. It's been a while since I've been on it, but I have some good memories. I have had the opportunity to ride all of the carousels here in Broome County. This one in Johnson City, carousels in Binghamton at Rec Park and Ross Park, also the carousel in Endwell at Highland Park, one at Northside Park in Endicott, and the carousel in West Endicott. So this is sadly where things stand today. You can look inside and see the horses are, I believe, about 72 carved figures, part of this carousel. So it's a large carousel, 18-sided pavilion that protects this carousel. Unfortunately, there was a major mechanical failure that was discovered when they were doing work and just preparing for the season in the spring. So it stands closed. Still no word exactly when it might be ready to open. Sort of sad at this point. We just see it standing there. We know the repair cost likely to be at least $150,000. That's where things stand right now at CFJ Park in Johnson City. I'm Bob Joseph reporting for WNBF News.
150,000, and you got to remember this: the machine is not modern machinery. It's old machinery. It's still the original motors that are powering this. And I've been on that one, and they all are enclosed for the most part. The one thing they did take away, you could, if you were on the outside ring of the carousel, you could try and reach out and get a brass ring. They used to have that, but they don't have that anymore. So we thank Bob Joseph and for keeping us updated. But this one and another one, I think it's the one at Ross Park Zoo that is under maintenance. But just the fact that he's saying that it's a massive endeavor, it probably won't be online this year, especially $150,000. That's a lot of money as far as that goes. But these were all donated by Mr. Johnson, who's Fred Johnson, that owned Endicott Johnson Shoes back in the day, back in the 1920s, as far as that goes. So there's one from Bob Joseph. We thank him for that. We have a second one. We have two. That one with the carousel, that was May. You can see it was a cloudy day in May. This one, New Energy New York Battery Tech Hub in Johnson City, New York. So,
August.
The battery, well, all I got to say is when you look at your cell phone, they have a lithium battery on your cell phone. The person who invented this lithium battery, he's a professor that works at Binghamton University. And Binghamton University is a university here in Vestal, New York. It's right next, Vestal's right next to Binghamton. And he's a professor, but he's been knighted and all that. He's I think he's got a Nobel Science Award also for that. But he developed the lithium. But that's something that this area is becoming more with the university. And back in the day, it was IBM, but now BAF is still involved is located on the old Endicott IBM site on their newer buildings and stuff. And they're getting into battery technology. So Bob Joseph has our next video is from him concerning New Energy New York Battery Tech Hub in Johnson City, New York. And let's see what this said. And Binghamton University, they got places all over the place. So this first the picture that you see when I bring this up on the stage is says Binghamton University, but they're all over the county in Broome County. So there we go. So let's give this one a listen and see what Bob Josephs is going to. It looks like it's a foggy morning there. So this was from yesterday again. You can see the fog off in the distance there.
August 4th, 2026. This is the former Gannett newspaper printing plant in Johnson City off CFJ Boulevard. Operated as a printing plant for only 12 years. Started printing newspapers for Gannett in upstate New York in 2006. Then the company shut it down in 2018. It cost more than $50 million to build and equip this facility for a newspaper printing operation that was used for barely a decade. Now Binghamton University is in the process of converting the complex into a major battery development and research hub. A lot of activity now outside. They're putting up a security fence, a tall security fence around the entire perimeter. So at some point, the entire complex will be surrounded by this fence as the project moves forward. Interesting history with this property. After Gannett shut down the printing facility, a hemp company wanted to set up a hemp processing operation here. Well, that deal never came to fruition. And then ultimately, Binghamton University acquired this property for a reported $4.5 million. So some changes already have occurred since the university acquired the property. One thing you may have noticed, there are a couple of block safety automated license plate readers now located around this property, with the standard for all Binghamton University properties in Vestal, Johnson City, and Binghamton. So progress being made at this facility on what is now known as University Boulevard. It had been Gannett Drive. I'm Bob Joseph, reporting from Johnson City for WNBF News.
Okay, so this facility, it used to be a printing area, and then they bought the building, and well, there was a hemp place that was supposed to take it over. That didn't pan out very well. I remember that. And now Binghamton University has bought this facility in Johnson City, and this is where they're going to be developing their battery technology, as far as that goes. And we'll probably be getting some more reports from that. And Binghamton University, very, very good campus there, as far as that goes. And what is it? The facility there is 97,000 square feet, which is being overseen by the Binghamton University for the New Energy New York Battery Tech Hub. So they're going to be developing battery technology as far as that goes. So we thank Bob Joseph for those two YouTube reports and stuff like that, and we do appreciate it as far as that goes. So pretty interesting stuff. And oh, Tina's back. I didn't see Hal. Oh, he's not on. You know what? I don't know. I'm not sure. What was he supposed to be? Was he supposed to be on Twitch? Is he usually on Twitch at this time? Yeah, I think he's on Twitch, and then he goes to YouTube, right? His last hour, because I think his first hour he goes TikTok and Facebook or something like that. Whatever his schedule is and stuff. So, well, glad to have you back, Tina. Glad to have you back, as far as that goes. Oh, you know what? I got it. The missus told me to close these. I forgot to close these. Let me close these. We're going to be turning the air conditioner on. Temperature's well, it's only 61, but the humidity. I'm still comfortable in this hoodie. Tina's laughing. No. Okay. Lots of laughs. Okay, Tina. Glad to have you back. We're here. If Val's not on, we're very grateful and thankful to have you back here, as far as that goes. So, let's see. Nothing going on WEBO yet, as far as usually they come on probably at the top of the hour after 8 o'clock and stuff like that. Because I caught him yesterday. It was after 8 o'clock. Okay, let's go to WBNG, which is channel 12. It's a CBS affiliate. And let me bring up that after action um, video concerning the Strong Haven farm that destroyed critical planning and harvesting equipment. I did post this video up over on my the Tioga Fire Prevention and Fire Protection and Fire Prevention blog, and it's posted. The link is posted on my X page and all those other fine social media platforms, like the public Facebook and all those other ones. So let's bring this up, and let's see. I got to reestablish. Okay, WBNG, and we'll share this. Let's see, bring that up to the max, and we'll give this a listen. And this is after the fire, as far as that goes. It'll show you some of the equipment, and we're talking over $1 million worth of equipment here, as far as the farm. So these farms they're pretty extensive, and this is one of the larger farms here in Tioga County, New York. So let's go ahead and give this one a listen. And this is concerning the fire that took place this past Sunday, but it's sort of like the after results. So let's give this a listen here. Oh, let me turn the volume on. I keep on forgetting about the volume. Let's see. Let's see volume. There we go. Here's the volume. Here we go.
A Tioga County farm is now reeling from the damage after it went up in flames last night. Starting around 5:15 yesterday, property owners of Strong Haven Farms noticed the fire. They heard an explosion at their shed on the top of the hill and came outside to find it engulfed in flames. They say it took until 9 p.m. to knock down the fire. The farm lost millions of dollars worth of agricultural equipment, planters, tractors, and more. Now, luckily, no animals were harmed in this fire or humans. Owners say that the local community really stepped up to help clean up the damage, though.
There was like, 6 crews or so that were here. They did an awesome job of getting the fire out and working with us to get it put out. The community has stepped up. The local farmers we have several of them here helping us today with field work.
They aren't looking for any financial help, but say if you are interested in helping them clean up, watch their Facebook page for more opportunities.
So there we have the farm equipment. They got out to, I guess that was all under a facility of some sort. And once it got going, there was an explosion. So the explosion just created a large fire, and it took out a lot of the equipment that you can see. It's totally gutted there. This tractor right here was probably out here on the back, one of the back fields here and stuff like that in Tioga County. And so it's a lot of money. And I'm sure they're insured, but it's just one of those things. It's right in the middle of the growing season for the cornfields and stuff like that. And as whatnot. So that's the follow up. No animals were hurt. No people were hurt, injured. It was a major operation, rural firefighting. So there's a lot of fire companies involved from the area here. There's probably at least 4 or 5 fire companies with their tankers to provide water. But when you have an explosion, and then they ended up calling out the county hazmat team, DEC, and who else did they? Let me see. Let me see. Let me check here real quick the article on the web, or the blog post there. Let's see. Farm caught fire at Strong Haven Farm. Oh, DOT. Yeah, hazmat, DOT, and DEC responded because a lot of those vehicles were leaking all their fuel, and that probably it contaminated the ground, but it also provided additional fuel. But no persons or farm animals were injured. Officials are investigating the cause of the fire, and what happened here? How come that didn't? Oh, okay, because I'm in the okay, yeah, and let me bring this up, and yeah, here's the blog post here for that fire. Let me go ahead and bring this up. This is over. This is my first blog, Tioga Fire Protection and Fire Prevention, at TFP FP, and this is the blog page that if I do talk about a fire, I do have the Fireman Rich blog, but this is the other blog that I had. This is the first blog I had, and this is the fire itself. As far as the video concerning the actual fire itself, right there, and my bit as far as the basic, we have an audio track too, right here.
Fire Control to Ticket Center, fire school letters in the area 260.
So this is all over on the blog at Tioga Fire Protection and Fire Prevention .blogspot.com. And here's the video that we just watched right here. So that's and it's all over there. Strong Haven Farms in Barton, New York. At around 5:15, an explosion was heard, and from farm structure engulfed in flames. And there's Scott strong commentary there that was on WBNG. So pretty. I'm just glad nobody was hurt. We were listening to, me and the missus, the fire over. We're listening at all the radio action on this radio here, and the thing I was keying in on is there any loss of cows, because they have, like I said, 200 plus cows over there, and as far as that goes. So, okay, so that's on WBNG. Let's see what else we got on WBNG. Let's follow up. Let's see. So we don't have anything. Let's see, when was that? That was 21 hour. I think we did that one on the 4-H. And let's see, there's nothing more on WBNG. So let's move over to channel 34. And let's see, we pretty much nothing there either. And let's see, nothing. And just a lot of garbage news, though. I tell you that. I don't want to. Let's see, the Whale 99.1. Looking at them, no full disclosure, nothing to do with the Whale or any of these other news agencies. So they talk about the printing press. Oh, okay, that's on the Whale, but it wasn't on the W. Okay, nothing there. Okay, let's check out in Elmira, WENY News out in Elmira, New York. And let's see. Not seeing anything over there. Oh, okay, Chemung. No, we have that. Okay. I'm not seeing anything over there either. Let's see. Nope, nothing there. Let's check 18. That's over in Horseheads. Top story: the dairy barn in Big Flats has a new owner. Let's see. Do they have a video on that? No video. Okay. Not sure where that's at. That would have been nice having a video. Let's see. Not seeing anything on channel 18 out there in Big Flats as far as that goes. So let's check the Penny Saver. What do we got in the Penny Saver here? Nothing. We got editor Wendy Post. She's retiring, I guess. She's written many editorials over the years and filled gaps, and she's retired. I guess she's finally, it was good for her. She's been doing it. She's very active in the community here in Owego, New York. And let's see, KGB. What do we got on KGB? Anything? Tupac's murder trial set to start August 10th. Unless, okay, that's And let's see, nothing there. Kiss 105 or 104, they're talking, no, same old as far as NBF. Nothing really going on there. Let's see, Spectrum News. What do they got on Spectrum News here? Let's see. And checking things out here for the southern tier of upstate New York. Let's see, latest and greatest here going on. Let's see, around the state. Let's see what we have around the state. Anything? You know, that's the thing. You either get a whole bunch or you go from feast to famine. You know, I think we're back into the famine as far as that goes. Let me tell you, National Night Out. And okay, that's for the police. And not seeing anything. Let me check their main page again. Let's see, housing market. We don't want to deal with the housing market. And what is this one? No, not seeing anything, folks. On the, let's see, Bills special teams coordinator gives promising update on injured Tyler Bass. Okay, that's the sports. I'm just looking. You know, it's light as far as if I'm going into the sports on another page. Let's go up to let's see, the 106.5. Oh, solar eclipse visible next week across New York State. Let's see what that one's about. Let's bring that up on 106. It's a read one, but we can do that. It's interesting. Okay, so that's why I'm bringing it up. It's interesting. So let's go ahead and share that tab. We'll bring it up on the stage, and I'll read the article and stuff like that. So there it is. This is on Country 106.5 up there in Buffalo, New York. And let's see. Looks like we're going to have a solar eclipse next week. Visible next week across New York State, unless it gets cloudy. But New Yorkers have another chance to see a solar eclipse in their own backyard. While the eclipse will not be a total eclipse like several years ago, which I thought was eerie, because when the sun was completely blacked out, it was dark here. You will still have a chance to see a partial eclipse next week in the Empire State. Solar eclipse across New York State. This year's solar eclipse will be visible across much of the Earth, with the total eclipse set to move across parts of Greenland, Iceland, northern Russia, and northern Spain, while parts of the eclipse will be visible here in North America. And this year's solar eclipse is set for Wednesday, August 12th. So when's August 12th? That's next Wednesday, a week from today. And you will be able to watch it live stream on NASA here. Okay, well, I might have to broadcast that. I'll have to look at that as far as broadcast the solar eclipse, just to hang out and stuff like that. Here in New York State, there will be variable. Well, it depends on if it's cloudy or not. Let me check. Let me see what the. Let's see, next Wednesday. Let's look at the 10-day forecast here for next week. For Wednesday, let's see, next Wednesday. See, it's going to be partly cloudy. So, and that's when the rains are supposed to end. So, but at any rate, what's this bit? This is on. Let's see what this is all about here. Let's see, we can go. So the solar eclipse, let me share this. Yeah, okay. So where it's going to be at here in the Northeast is, I got a graphic here. Let's go ahead and share this. There it is. That's what's going to happen. So pretty much where I'm at, you can see that we're going to be, let's see, let me get back to that. Where's that page? Oh, right here. Where I'm at, we're in the 10, we're right around the 10-20% that we're going to see. So, but when it comes out, it's going to be 40%, and then it gets more up when you get up to Greenland. Up in Halifax, it's Canada. It's not visible. So that's what's going to happen next Wednesday, as far as that goes with the solar eclipse here. Hopefully it's not a cloudy day. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. If NASA's going to broadcast it, I might go ahead and just broadcast it here. It might be interesting. The actual, not stay on for a whole time, but just when the sun gets. I'm gonna have to read up on it and stuff, like see what time was that going to be. It didn't really say. Yeah, it did say in the article, didn't it? Let me see. What did it say in the article? Next week at. Oh, they don't give a time. I thought they gave a time. Well, we'll have to check on that later as far as that goes. So there we have that. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. It's science. It's science. Okay, let's see. That's again, that's from Country 106.5 WYRK, Buffalo's number one for new rock or new country. New country. They're a country westerns. Country western. Let's see. Do we have anything else there? Nope, nothing there. Let's check out their sister channel, WBLK 93.7. And what's this? This is a fire story. Where's this at? Never heard of this place. Oh, this is the cider mill. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this article, because it involves a fire truck. So I think the business it's talking about is the we read about the cider mill that's up there in Buffalo, Niagara area where Liberty is at, and let's go ahead and bring this one up. We don't get too many read and what had happened. Let's see. Let me bring this up for read purposes. Okay, we're gonna get the article. And thousands of Western New Yorkers held their breath as news of a fire at a popular business was being reported on social media Monday afternoon. And we talked about this business on Monday at the Monday Morning Coffee. Just 2 days ahead of the grand opening for the season, firefighters were called to Myers Brothers in Western Seneca, and that's the Myers. That's the cider mill, as far as that goes. Social media erupted on Monday with reports of a fire at the very popular Myers Brothers cider mill in Western Seneca. This happened just 2 days ahead of the anticipated opening for 2026. I know that many people make it their yearly tradition of the opening day at Myers Brothers to get some of the donuts and ciders. But the good news is the ground opening date wasn't impacted by overheating machines. Okay. Those machines be the farm machines there at the farm or the machines at the cider mill. Officials from Myers Brothers say the machine in the production area overheated and there was no fire in the bakery. And opening day is still for Wednesday. They're opening today, and as far as that goes. And let's see, what's this? This one is. Yeah, this was on, what is this? Was this on, this is on the Myers Brothers Facebook page as far as that goes. So let me bring this up. And that's from Myers. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can increase that a little bit. Let's see. Okay, we had one of our product machines in the plant complexity. Let's see, is that, yeah, that's okay. What's going on?
Open up. balls?
Oh, the fur balls. We had one of our production machines in the plant complex overheat this afternoon. That was Monday, this past Monday. All is fine, and we look forward to seeing you for the 174th. So that's a good thing, and that's the cider mill. There's a cider mill in upstate or here in Endicott, New York, over in Broome County, and it looks just like it's Myers, and it's not the Endicott cider mill. So that's good that they had one of the donut machines overheat. So yeah, too many donuts. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. That's on again Power 93.3. And let's see, do we have anything else? That's an interesting article. I guess several 100,000 winners on Powerball tickets sold in New York.
Wow.
So that's pretty good.
Wasn't us.
If you bought a Powerball ticket last night, you could have 100,000. I don't buy them that much. Let's see, what is it up to? Let's see. They got the numbers. Oh, I guess let's see. Does it say how much the Powerball is up to? They're just giving a history. Let's see. No, nobody got the grand prize winning from last night power drawing. That means the jackpot continues to grow to 786 million. I might be going to buy a ticket because take home for that was about 325 million as far as that goes. So, okay, so that's there. Let's go ahead and check out 1440. We still look at 1440. That's something that Tina suggested I look at. And we're talking about that person that started the fire. There was a suspect out in Washington, and according to 1440 newsletter, arsonist arrested. Washington authorities have arrested a man accused of sparking the Old Trails fire, one of three wildland fires in Spokane that are 0%. They haven't contained it at all as of the writing. The fires have collectively burned more than 16 square miles. That's huge, folks. Destroying over 700 homes and structures and forcing more than 65,000 people to evacuate out there in Washington State. The suspect is a 37-year-old Aaron somebody, previously convicted for killing his father. Why is he out? In 2010. He's identified by a witness. So they have a witness who says they saw him bent by the side of the road on Saturday near where the fire started. He is accused of using matches or lighter to spark the fire, and was charged with first-degree arson, which you got to catch him in the act. So you have a witness, so that's catching the person in the act. And if you have other evidence, then he's going to jail for a long time again. Authorities are still investigating the cause of the other two fires. So let's see. They got the wildland fires. They got a map of them. Where's this at? This is from Fire and Smoke. So just to give you an idea where he couldn't have started all those fires. They got a lot of fires out there. There's a lot of fires. We won't go into that. So yeah, that's what I say. It's a shame, It just they got somebody down there in California that supposedly started those fires, but I don't know. They just our justice system there. I know it seems like it's more fair for the criminal instead of the people that suffer from it and stuff. That's something that me and the missus were talking about that yesterday afternoon when we were sitting out back in the backyard. So it is a shame, very much a shame. Okay, and Double J says, isn't the law strict? Oh yeah, it's very strict. If he gets convicted, he's going to jail. I mean, it's just an arsonist is just like being a murderer, Double J's. But the thing about accusing somebody of arson, you have to catch them in the act. That's one of the things when was in school to be a fire inspector in the Air Force, they went over the legalities of arson, and it's very, very. You got to catch them, and you have to have it. It's just like a murder. You got to have your evidence and stuff like that. So just the fact that they're accusing this individual, and they have a witness, and more than likely they have evidence of as far as the actual material that started the fire, maybe a residual of the match, and it matches up with the matches he had. He's going to get due process. It's just like the guy there down in California. They had several. They didn't have an eyewitness, but they had physical evidence. But to get first degree, you have to have a witness. You have to have somebody that's seen somebody in the act of starting a fire. And so the laws are very strict. And Tina says true. Yes, they are very strict as far as that goes. And let's see, we're coming up on 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up here, I guess. And I'm going to take a walk today, I guess. I'm going to go out and take a walk. Because we don't need to start if we're going to mow, I don't need to start right away. So, because I still got to get some gas, I guess.
No.
Because I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to mow down Johnson Street and then just mow the front, because the front lawn looks like it could use a trim.
Yeah. Okay.
And stuff. So let's see. That's about it for it, folks, as far as that goes with all the news there. Again, I'm not associated with any of those news agencies, and I present it here just for information purposes only. Full disclosure on that, as far as to give you an idea, and some other news that's around as far as that goes. And there's Captain Rehab. Good morning, Captain Rehab.
Good morning, Captain.
Exactly, for information purposes only. And Captain Rehab says good morning to the missus, and we're just getting here to end it. And Double J says, yeah, wait for the grass to dry from the morning mist. Yeah, I usually when I do a full mowing, I usually start right around 9:30, 10. It's not that wet as far as that goes. The grass isn't, and I got to get some gas, but I'll probably be out for about an hour just to get the main parts of the lawns that are they get really thick, and I want to get them cut short as far as that goes. And let's see. And Tina says, thanks. Okay, Tina, thank you for coming back. Appreciate it. And Tina says, good morning to Captain Rehab, her online nephew. And Captain Rehab says, don't go. We've been on for 2 hours and 12 minutes there, Captain Rehab. We need another hour of streaming.
Well, you could talk for another hour.
I could talk for another hour, but I'm not. I got to go out for a walk. I need to go out for a walk.
That ability.
Yeah, there we go. And Captain Rehab's laughing at that. And Farmer coming in from with the flag. Love the American flags, Farmer. Thank you. He's saying, have a great day, everyone. You too, Farmer. Thank you. And Tina says, I'm in an ad. You're in an ad. I don't understand that. What ad? That's interesting. Oh, you're in an ad. Okay. And Tina said, nephew came in and so did ad. Oh, you got an ad. Okay. Okay. You're on the, okay. How come I don't get notified of that on Twitch? Let's see. I'm looking at my Twitch. I don't see anything. Is there an active ad? Okay. No problem. Yeah. Lots of laugh. Tina says lots of laughs. Captain Rehab says lots of laugh. And Double J says, okay, catch you on the next one. Give those, let's see. What did he say? Catch you on the next one. Give those grass a razor cut. Yeah, there we go. Give them a razor cut. And, okay, it's done now. Okay. All right, Tina, no problem. I do appreciate you guys watching the commercials if you're on Twitch and stuff like that. But we're ending here with 7 people on Rumble. 5 people on Twitch, 1 person on Locals, 1 person on YouTube, and over on X Live, we have 1 person over on X Live. So thank you very much for your viewership. Greatly appreciate it. Again, I want to say thank you to Tony D. Thank you very much, my friend. Have a good one down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. Thank you for stopping in the chat. Tina, as always, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Have a great day down there in Jersey. Double J's at an undisclosed location. Thank you very much, Double J's, for being here. Greatly appreciate and again appreciate the interaction there in the comments there along with you, Tina. And let's see, going down the list, we had Farmer coming in from the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you very much, Farmer, otherwise known as California East. You have a great day. And we had Gen X. Gen X was here on the Rumble side. Thank you, Gen X. You have a great one, too. Appreciate it. And I think we had Tin Fan 40 that popped in, letting us know that he's doing well, and he has a new email and name, which is good. And his work is doing great. That's good to hear there, Tim. He's from Michigan. Thank you, Tim. And, of course, coming up at the end, we have Captain Rehab coming in from the city of brotherly love. And Tina says, bye, much love. And you're going to have to tell Tony that, Captain Rehab. I'm not going to post that. But thank you, Captain Rehab, coming in from the city of brotherly love for stopping in as far as that goes. And thank you for the folks that were here watching the broadcast. Greatly appreciate it. And those that are watching on the replay, those that are listening on Spotify for Creators, at Fireman Rich on Spotify, at Fireman Rich on Spotify. Thank you very much. And you all have a great day today as we're working towards the weekend. We're halfway through the week, working towards the weekend. And we'll be doing an audio podcast over on the Fireman Rich audio podcast tomorrow. That will be posted up on all the social media feeds. X, at Fireman Rich on X. The real Fireman Rich over there on Facebook. And a lot of others. Just Google Fireman Rich. And with that, that's it, folks. So you all have a good one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care. God bless you all. And God bless America. And we are out of here. Ciao for now. Thanks again, folks.